Okay, I'm going to do a reading today on, let's see, I wrote down, requested by, let's see if I can find it, Fierti. We want to, she was, or he, we're interested in Jin. Fierti suggested that he is now in the King of Swords energy state, which sounds very intriguing. So I'm going to do a reading. This is kind of the next 6 weeks, see where Jin is headed. So this is for Fierti. And I kind of have an interesting setup here with my iPad. I'm not sure how much I can actually do, how much you can actually see on this. I may have to do some adjustments. I haven't done a video in so long. I'm out of the loop. So let's get our, oh, here's the King of Wands. I must have used the King of Wands for him. And so we'll use it again as the identifier. And yeah, so let's see where we're going with this. Now, so this first video that I'm doing today is for Fierti. It's about Jin. He's in a band or a group he's a Korean member of a Korean boys group, I guess. And he has a lot of followers, a lot of fans. And I have no idea. I don't know them. I don't know anything about them. And I want to keep it that way to some extent because it's, then it's more fun, the reading, doing readings for cold readings I don't know anything about. It's kind of fun. So that's what I'm going to do today. I may be adjusting this video because it seems like it's kind of low and I'm not sure I can get all the cards in. Let's see if I can. You may see hairs. My cat is shedding hair and it keeps flying all over the place. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with Jin. We're going to see how he's what's in store for him for the next 6 weeks, more or less. And then I am going to do a couple other videos today, I think, because it has been so long. And I have done a lot of projects, and I'm finishing up one project, starting another, so it's a good time to kind of regroup. Of course, we do I like doing the horseshoe spread. I haven't read cards in such a long time because I've been doing this writing stuff. Now let's see where we are with this. Not too bad. That's a nice big picture, isn't it? There's more cat hair falling everywhere. Okay, let's bring this down here. Check it again. I think we're on the wrong side. Oh, that looks good. There's this thing down here. That's okay. Okay, so let's do this. So here we go. We're looking for the next 6 weeks for Jin. This is a reading for Fierti, and let's get started. The identifier is the King of Wands, a very creative person in charge of his creative life. Recent past, the King of Pentacles. So we have 2 Kings of Pentacles. Recent past with the King of Pentacles means there was a lot of success recently and a fair amount of money, I would say. The King of Pentacles. Christopher Smith is my boyfriend, and he has done this deck. There's a link to it. I'll put a link to it if you're interested. But his pentacles are all dragons, so that's kind of cool. So the King of Pentacles, recent past with Jin is success, financial success, success in his career. So that's wonderful. And where is he now? An Ace of Wands. He's on a whole new trajectory. So isn't this interesting? The Ace of Wands, where he is now at this particular point in time, is he's on a new road, a totally new aspect of creativity that is beginning, because it's the Ace of Wands. Wands' passion is also something new, a growth. It's a new, it's a fire energy. But it's an ace, so it's the beginning, and it's also a creativity. So he's on a new path right now, that for him, it's brand new. So it's not something he's done before. It's going to be something brand new that's starting up. So that's exciting. Success and then a brand new path. Ace of Wands. And hidden influences. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is well, if you see it, you can see it from here, is a celebration. It's something that is, it is an emotionally satisfying. He's becoming satisfied with, or he has the ability to be satisfied with what he's doing. On many levels, emotional levels, heart-centered levels. It could be a romantic level. It could be a romance that's starting, perhaps, the Three of Cups. Threes are creative, also a creative number. It's where the twos break into another one. And so it could be a very creative aspect. Now, I also think it's something he loves. What this is happening here with this new interest he has, he's following something that he loves, and he's making a breakthrough with that, and that's going to be his support. Now, his obstacles during this period of 6 months. The Tower. Now, this is interesting. So the Tower is one of the cards in the deck that is the most dramatic. It's a complete change, a dramatic change. So what this says to me is he's really going out on his own. There are some possibilities of tremendous failure, because it seems like it's going in a totally different direction that he's been in the past. So the obstacle could become where it's like he's gotten so far out of his comfort zone and out of what he knows, it could crash and burn very quickly. That's an obstacle. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. That means he could override this. But this is his obstacle. And this could be a fear he has of not succeeding. And that fear could actually affect him so greatly that he would not succeed. So that's interesting. Everything here is so wonderful. And then it comes up with the Tower card. But it's an obstacle. So that's quite interesting. Now, the community. The Queen of Wands, he is the King of the Wands, and they have the Queen of Wands. The community is there for him. It's a loving, supportive crowd. It could be, it could be women. It could be a woman. So a lot of times, court cards are actual people in their lives, and maybe he has a support network of a woman who will see him through this time. You don't see a lot of people, just the Queen of Wands. But a Queen of Wands also has their minions that could also be supportive of him. So he has in his support a Queen of Wands. And going to tradition, I would say it's a person that's very supportive of him that will see him through this. Now, as we know, so we know he's going through this change, this dramatic change. He's venturing out. I don't know what that was. So where will he be? Where is he going in the next 6 weeks? Where will he end up in the next 6 weeks? And another Eight of Wands. Isn't this interesting? He's got all this passion, energy floating around, creative energy. This is dramatic change again. Eight of Wands. So we have, in 6 weeks, matters will not be resolved. He'll still be in this progression of creating. And he will have seen in the 6 weeks the growth that he's done over the last 6 weeks. But he's not finished yet. It's still going forward. And last but not least, where the outcome of all this is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is another court card. So you have, it could be a person, someone who is very supportive on his behalf. It's a loving energy, emotional energy, because it's cups energy. So it also could be him where he ends up as a Knight of Cups. In other words, does he achieve his goals? He's achieving his goals. He's not there yet, but he is seeing, he has progressed far enough to see that he has succeeded. There's more success coming, more work coming, but he is definitely on the right track, and he's looking towards the future. So here we see him having gone through all this, having struggled, but pursuing with the support of other people, and continuing forward. He will realize how much he loved making this change, and grown into this new endeavor that still will go on after the 6 weeks. So when you look at the cards, you look at a lot of different, you look at how much of one thing there's. Like, there's wands. He is the King of Wands. There's also a wands here. There's also a wands here. Wands. So there's 3 wands in the reading. That's a lot of passion. That's a lot of fire. So there's a lot of change coming on, a lot of things happening here for him. Creative energy is really flowing. It starts out with a new interest, and then it carries through with the community being supportive, and then him soldiering through it, because it's not going to be easy necessarily. It's going to be a lot of work. And he's had previous successes, and those previous successes help him move forward, knowing that he can be successful. And it's interesting that in the middle of this, of course, it's fire too, which is a lot of this energy is fire energy, is the Tower. I see him walking a fine line between pursuing his creative pursuits and then having trouble on the other side. Like maybe there are people, or maybe there's a situation where he's not sure he's doing the right thing, he has doubts, and those doubts could fuel some issues, but he looks like he comes out of it. I would think his strength here is hidden influences, 3 of Cups, and here we have the Knight of Cups. If he follows his heart, he will continue to move forward, because doubts will come up, and passion. Wand energy is wonderful; it's fire, but fire burns out very quickly. So you need something to back it up, and he has this heart energy, this deep, intuitive energy he has working for him. So I think this is going to be a period of growth for him. It could be very successful. I don't know if he'll realize the success in the next 6 weeks, but he's definitely going in the right direction. Now, we'll do some clarifiers here just to see. I haven't used this deck in so long. Start out with this Ace of Wands energy. Let's see what that's all about. We have the Hierophant. We're getting all... Wow, is it interesting? So we have this Ace of Wands, which is where he is at now, starting something new. And here we have 3 major arcanas over this card. So we have a Hierophant. Now, that could be some legal papers he's signing. That could be what that's all about. Maybe he's on a new road, and he has to, he's looking for advice from someone, or he has some legal issues. Maybe there's some contracts being made. The other thing is that he has judgment. He has to figure out, the best way for himself. He has to, I wouldn't say be cautious, but certainly evaluate the situation carefully. Because what do we have here? We have another Tower card. So he's really taking some risks here. The Tower card keeps showing up, so it means that it doesn't mean that that's going to happen. It's just that he's going to have there's going to be times where it's going to be difficult for him as he pursues this new interest. Let's look at the Tower card itself. Oh, let's do it backwards here. Oh, what am I doing here? I got this deck all messed up. Well, I'm going to turn them over right now. I'm not going to worry about it. I turned the deck over some for some reason. Tarot card. We have the Queen of Wands, which is right over here. That's interesting. We're having a lot of duplicates. We have the Knave of Swords, the Page of Swords. We haven't had any swords in this. And then we have another major arcana, the Stars. Okay, so what does this all mean? The Tower card is a dramatic change that can happen. Now, this is an obstacle, so I think it's more of it could be a Tower, a moment where it's something terrible happens, or it could be just a fear of the Tower more, or fear of something terrible to happen. Now, we have the Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands has shown up twice, so for me, that's significant. So there is a person that is supporting him, that will be there to support him through this, in the community and in his life. So that's critical. The Page of Swords is a youthful energy. It's could be a messenger of some kind. Now, with this deck, with this Da Vinci deck, you can also look at the pictures. You don't even have to look at the tarot meanings, because these are from his drawings and stuff. So it could be an obstacle, could be this there could be what causing the Tower moment could be a person that's trying to stop him. You see him standing with a sword. This Queen of Wands is suspiciously looking at this man. But then what happens after that is the Star. This is your wishes and dreams come true. I think a lot of what the problems he's going to have with this pursuit of a new interest could be actually a person trying to stop him. And to get over that, he has the support of a woman, and he has his own dreams, his own wishes, that if he's stalwart, he can move forward. So that's interesting. Let's find out who this Queen of Wands is. I have no idea. Who's this Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands is the King of Wands. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is over here. We're having so many repeats. It's really wild. The Seven of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands, I would say, is a girlfriend or a partner, a very good partner of his. We have the Queen of Wands with the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands, so it's a partnership that he has. That partnership is supporting him over here against the Tower. He's the king, there's the queen, there we got the king and the queen again. We have the Eight of Wands, which is the direction he's going in. So this character in his life is helping him be successful, is encouraging him to move forward. And the Seven of Pentacles is reaping what you sow. And so together they are building something, I would say. That's my thought. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see the one more thing we're going to look at is how he ends up in this cycle, this next 6 weeks. I see him as the Knight of Cups. It's a very loving energy. It's a kind of a honorable energy that's moving forward. Let's see. The King of Cups. Okay. The Seven of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, so he's going to move forward with this loving energy that he has. There's a King and Queen of Cups. These could be people in his life that are going to be supportive of him. They're not the wand energy. They're the water energy, the intuition energy, the love energy. And there's going to be 2 people supporting him through this period. And there is going to be some, there's Seven of Swords is the sword energy is communication, mind. I mean, whatever doubts he has or whatever arguments he has with people, he has a lot of support here. So there may become some, this may be preventing him from going further right now. There's a little bit of, I'd say, anxiety or something coming. But because of all this heart energy, it'll work through quite well. He has a lot of positive things here. So my thoughts about Jin in the next, Jin, is it? Yes, I think it's Jin. He's got a totally new trajectory, unknown to a lot of people. He's got a lot of support. He's got a lot of heart energy helping him, supporting him, and a lot of fire energy. There is this tower. There's towers showed up twice. So there are some difficulties along the way, but he will overcome them. And he will continue to move forward. The ending is not in 6 weeks. There's have to be more after this. And that's my story. I hope you have found this information interesting, if nothing else. It was fun to do, and tarot is such a curious thing. I think I may do another tarot reading just for fun on another subject. But for now, have a great day.